Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do a general Aries to Pisces, and we're just going to see what Ascended Master messages we have. I'm going to use all the decks I have that have Ascended Masters, so it'll be a lot. It's about 9 decks so far. And we'll go ahead and do this for your sun, your moon, your rising, okay? But if you're feeling the need to be guided to another placement to check out, by all means, do that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started right now. All right, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. We're going to start with the Crystal Mandala Oracle. Spirit, what do you have for Aries at this time? What Ascended Masters want to come through? Which one? Please and thank you. All right. We have card number 20, Ascended Master El Moria and Blue Star Sapphire, Higher Will, Crystal Masters 333. Try to get that better on screen for you. We bring you the blessing of higher will. There is a great plan of divine love unfolding throughout the universe, and the fulfillment of your divine destiny is included. Sometimes it may seem hard to trust in higher will, yet if you do, it can bring a feeling of great relief that you don't have to have all the answers or be in control for everything to still work out beautifully in your world. Surrender empowers you to get on with life and trust that all is happening exactly as it should according to a greater intelligence and love. Sometimes, however, the mind wants to control the higher plan. It wants to decide when something should happen, and how, and with whom, and in what way. It might convince itself that this personal opinion is actually the higher plan itself, and then feel betrayed, frightened, or confused when things don't go according to plan. The mind can be a great ally on the spiritual path, but it needs to be given reassurance and regular compassionate reminders that although it is powerful, it is not privy to the workings of the entire universe. Nor does it need to be for you to be happy, free, and manifesting your divine destiny. This oracle comes to you now because the mysterious workings of higher will are at work in your life, and you will find peace and even awe as you relax your mind and choose to trust now. All right, so there's a sense of going with the flow at this moment. Let's see which Ascended Master comes out for you through the Keepers of the Light. Please and thank you, Spirit. One, please, Spirit. Keeps wanting to come up in pairs, but we're only doing one. We only have time for one. This one, please. We have 9 decks. All right. Thank you. All right. And you have Isis, magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and read everything just because it might mean something for you, okay? Isis is a strong, smart, and focused Egyptian winged goddess. According to legend, she was able to move from darkness to light and between the underworld, heaven and earth. For that reason, whenever she comes to us, she will help us move from the hell of our own fear into the heaven of our own love. She was also able to revive her lover Osiris from the dead, and this powerful allegorical story shows how she can help us revive an aspect of our life or dream that we may have killed off with fear or a lack of self-belief. With her magical abilities, Isis will guide us to bring our dreams into reality. You are moving into a space where your dream reality is becoming your outward reality. This is an extremely powerful time, and it's vital to keep focused on the highest good of all. You no longer want to relive your own history and or feel unsupported. Acknowledging where you once were and how you have changed that situation around is a powerful focus of gratitude that will align you with universal abundance. Discipline and commitment are important now. Consider that you are moving between worlds when you daydream or create visions and bring life-enhancing ideas into reality. Magic is manifesting all around you. This is exciting. Love it. All right. Let's pull some from a feminine deity. Ascended Master, please. Maybe a focus on the feminine energy at this time, if needed, for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising. Thank you. You have Eos, light. Origin, Greek. You may be feeling lost or aimless lately, and Winged Goddess of Light, Eos, is here to show you the way with her torch. Like Eos ushering in the dawn, a light will appear soon to show you the way out of your situation or clarify how you've been feeling and why. Follow those intuitive pings. All right, let's pull one from the masculine side of things. Please and thank you, Spirit. For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising messages. All right. You have Ganesha, obstacles. See if I can fit them right there. Obstacles are removed or placed for good reason. Invite a drama-free life. The god Ganesha is one of the most loved of all Hindu gods. Everywhere you turn in modern India, there is a joyful elephant-headed deity balancing on one leg, often riding a mouse, pushing away your worries and negativity. Ganesha was shaped from the earth by goddess Parvati. When her husband Shiva returned and saw a young man with her, in his anger he attacked Ganesha, severing his head. Parvati then revealed who Ganesha was, and Shiva sent his soldiers away and instructed them to return with the head of any sleeping being who was facing the north. An elephant was found, and its head was then attached to the body of Ganesha. His life was restored, and Shiva declared that from then on, he would always be loved by the community, and his name would be invoked as a blessing prior to the beginning of any major undertakings like new businesses, developments, and projects of all kinds. Ganesha is an active god, although many immediately think of him as laid back, as he's often pictured with a sweet on his round belly and seated. In the old stories, he was a brave warrior fighting demons or dancing wildly his cosmic dance, pushing away any lack of flow. He carries an axe which he swings, destroying pride, inertia, and vanity. Ganesha is often seen with Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity, and they are often worshipped side by side, particularly by business people wanting the double blessing of a successful business without too many obstacles. A statue or picture of Ganesha in your car assists in avoiding accidents and traffic, and he grants peace to a house should his form be placed at the front door. Ganesha is also the patron of writers, having penned the epic Mahabharata, and the perfect deity to call upon to break the obstacle of writer's block. On the shadow side, Ganesha not only takes away obstacles, he places them too. We are reminded that sometimes obstacles are in our way in order for us to change direction and steer towards the path that is best for us. Sometimes, too, we make our own dramas and our own obstacles. Procrastination is just one way we create our own pressures and stop our own achievements. Okay? So I'm getting immediately, just following the divine, right? There's going to be a light that shows you the way. In addition to that, when you do that, you'll have a lot of obstacles being removed, okay? And if you do have an obstacle, it's just steering you in the right direction, right? Could literally be about writer's block and whatever you want to manifest, right? All right. Let's get some guidance from Goddess Nyx from the Wisdom of the House of the Night Oracle, please. Thank you. You have card number 32, self-worth. Try and scooch these. They're a little scooched up together. Okay. When you draw this symbol, you are asked to consider what value do you place on yourself in life. Do you believe in yourself, or do you behave in a way that tells others you are not worthy? Self-worth and self-esteem mean that you will not allow yourself to be led into compromising situations. Love yourself. Act as though you are worthy of only the best, and you shall have it. Keep your head high. Beautiful. Let's get some advice from Isis, especially since she popped up. All right. She the backside. Blue may be significant to you at this time. It is all about communication. Maybe writing is important. Temple of Lapis Lazuli. Your soul is very ancient and holds the wisdom of star peoples from civilizations with unique high vibrational awareness that can help humanity transition from a culture based in fear to a love-based community. You are here on this planet to be you to the fullest extent possible. Then you will help heal human culture so that the planet may thrive, okay? Let's get some guidance from Hecate from the season, the Secrets of the Witch deck. This should be quick. All right. You have magical laws. Today the witch brings you balance and harmony. By within the law you must, in perfect love and perfect trust. Live you must, and let to live. Fairly take and fairly give. Beautiful. Let's get some guidance from Buddha. Look into your heart so you can see the false as false, the truth as truth. And last, let's get one from Frida. Please and thank you, Spirit. Let every gesture show the world your blooming, fragrant heart. Beautiful. There you go, Aries. All right, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's see what Ascended Master guidance come out for you today. Spirit, please and thank you. From the Crystal Mandala, how say you? All right. You have card number 30, Ascended Master, White Matthew and Amberite, Original Self, Crystal Masters 333. We bring you the blessing of Original Self. As you progress through your life, learning and growing, you gain wisdom and strength. You grow more radiant and authentic, true to who you are, and as this happens, many of the layers of identity begin to fall away. What you once believed yourself to be is shown to be not as much more than clothing your soul wore for a time. You have outgrown it. It is no longer a good fit. It constrains too much. Doesn't reflect your personality, vibrancy, uniqueness, and beauty, so you discard it. Perhaps you are able to be more spiritually naked. The sense of who you are becomes simpler. You are just you. Others may or may not get you, but nonetheless, you are still just you. You are freeing yourself from the projections of others, of the world, and simply living as your original, radiant, divine self. Beautiful. So getting to the core of who you authentically are, right? All right. Let's get one from the Keepers of the Light. Spirit, which Ascended Master wants to come out. You have Mahavatar Babaji's soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. Mahavatar means great incarnation or avatar, and Babaji means sacred father. Mahavatar Babaji is a deeply respected master yogi who was introduced to the world through the teachings of the Indian yogi Paramahansa Yogananda. Babaji, as he's called for short, is said to be over 2,000 years old and able to travel between Earth and other worlds. He is said to have an invisible temple in the Himalayas that can appear to those who want to connect with. Many believe that he is like Christ himself, bringing deep love, acceptance, forgiveness, insight, and direction. You may feel that you've retreated from the world recently. Maybe you've not been as active socially or spiritually, but this time of inner rest has really paid off. You are becoming more and more consciously aware of how connected you are to the divine and all living beings. This sense of union is called yoga. Yoga goes beyond physical ability and into a sense of awareness that's created through spiritual practice, meditation, and devotion to the divine. Mahavatar Babaji, the yogic father, is here to inspire that fire of union within you so that you can understand how your thoughts and actions are creating the waves of energy that form your life. And from the ladies' side of things, all right, any guidance at this time, Spirit, of course? You have Tara, protection, more specifically green Tara, okay? Goddess of compassion and protection, Tara is watching over you and protecting you. Strongest of the goddess's forms, green Tara protects you from negative energy. Feel her presence in your intuition. It's keeping you safe and helping you grow. And from our gods and titans, for Taurus Spirit. Ooh, okay. You do have Typhon here with anger, rage. All right, that may be the negative energy, okay? There may be something in his story that's relative at this time. There it is. Be aware of how you handle anger and rage, your own and others. Seeking an emotional balance leads to peace. Typhon is perhaps one of the most terrifying titans from the ancient world. Gargantuan in size, Typhon possessed a huge scaly body like a dragon, and the head and torso of a man. While fire shot from his eyes, perhaps the most frightening thing about him was his seemingly unquenchable rage. Typhon was the last child of Gaia. Gaia had taken the side of the Titans during the war with Zeus and the Olympians. The Titans and all who fought with them were defeated and many died, and this gave Gaia a hankering for revenge. Typhon, almost from the moment of his birth, had one reason for living, the expression of rage. After many battles, long and protracted, with both parties injured in many of the versions of the story, Zeus finally defeated the mighty Typhon by lighting up the sky with thunderbolts and striking the monster. Zeus then imprisoned him under the volcano Mount Etna. The rumblings, smoking, and explosions can still be heard, and it is said that this is Typhon who still struggles with his rage beneath the black smoldering earth. Typhon is also referred to as the father of monsters. His wife Echna, the mother, and sired a number of famous offspring. The Sphinx was a child of Typhon, intelligent yet deadly. She would slay anyone not able to answer her riddles. Kerberos, the three-headed hound who guards the doorway of hell, was a son of Typhon, as was the Nemean lion. Should Typhon be paying you a visit, it is a signal to be very aware of how you handle the emotions of anger and rage. Perhaps it is you that needs to learn how to manage the anger you feel more productively, or to express anger in a healthy way. Expressing no anger at all is not the solution either. Passive aggression is just covert anger and causes just as many problems, in particular over the long term. Anger in itself is not an inherently negative emotion and does, in its purest form, have the positive intent of protection. On the shadow side, Typhon is the shadow side incarnate, a storm of rage, the kind that Typhon demonstrates as a fearsome thing to behold. We have all seen this kind of explosive anger demonstrated at some time, whether it be in road rage, by someone close to us, by a stranger, or sometimes within ourselves. One of the most disturbing things about this kind of rage is that it not only feels good and powerful because it's a release, it is hard to stop once started. that is often physically violent too. No one needs to be victim to this kind of rage, and if you are, you should seek assistance. Now, the story is him and his mother, so maybe there's some sort of familial, either paternal or maternal connection that's been troublesome for you in the past, and you're being guided out of it, okay? That's what I'm getting from that as well. Let's pull one from the Wisdom of the House of the Night Oracle and get some guidance from Nyx, Goddess Nyx. Okay. We have card number 38, Deceit. Can you see her okay, or is it too much glare? Let's see. I'll put her here. All right. Be very careful about your motives in making choice, as well as those around you, okay? In the house of the night, there is one who has betrayed herself and all those who looked up to her. I am also warning you that someone may be stabbing you in the back. Regardless of the circumstances, I warn you about deceit. There will be a price to pay for betrayal in all forms. Only you know how much it will cost. That said, although the energy of betrayal can be seductive, the divine is much stronger. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. She is much stronger. She is forewarning of the situation. So that could be something that also has been a cause of this as well. All right. She's basically just letting you know that what goes around comes around. Okay. Go more into yourself so that you can get out of this. Let's get one from Isis. This will be the last one. I'll show you the back side. It's an entrance to the Chamber of Healing. A spiritual gift of healing is coming to you now. Be open without expectation or preconceived notion, and allow the healing energy to help you find the best solution for any situation that does not appear to be as it should be. Regarding that deceit, right? Expect your miracle. There you go. Hopefully that helps. Have a good one. Bye. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's see what Ascended Master Guidance comes out for you. Not all of it may resonate. Bits and pieces might. Okay, follow your other placements as well for a more complete picture. We're just going to see who comes out and see what they have to say to you. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. And I'm going to go ahead and pull all of them while I'm sitting here. Okay. All right. It'll be a lot easier. There we go. All right, ladies, how say you? Who say you? All right, boys, how say you? So I'm pulling from the Crystal Mandala. I'm pulling from Keepers of the Light, Legendary Ladies, Gods and Titans. I'm going to get some Goddess Nyx guidance from the Wisdom of the House of the Night Oracle. All right, and then some Isis to top her up. All right, and Isis, darling. One piece, thank you. Thank you. All right, from your Crystal Mandala, you have card number 42, Goddess Hecate and Micah, Crossroad of Destiny. Crystal Goddesses 888. I'm just going to read the little beginning italicized section of this. It summarizes beautifully. We bring you the empowerment of the Crossroad of Destiny. You are at a pivotal point on your life journey. This may be obvious to you with a potentially life-changing decision before you, or you may not realize the impact that an apparently insignificant choice is going to have on your future. Either way, you're at a point where you can leave the past behind and chart your course for a new adventurous chapter to begin in your life. This is not something you need to be frightened of. It is a sign you are progressing on your path. The crossroad of destiny happens when you have mastered a cycle in your life, and a new cycle is before you. It is an opportunity that you can take best advantage of by listening to your heart. And speaking of which, you have Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So this could be related to mothers, empresses, literally, okay? Or it could just be your empress evolving, right? All right. Mary, the mother of Jesus, is one of the best loved saints, masters, and guides of the world. Although she has had a huge part to play in the Catholic faith, she can bring faith, peace, and love to anyone who calls on her. She is the saint of the people. She works directly with the angels of peace to bring healing to the world, particularly where there is conflict, and is dedicated to supporting children and mothers. She is the spiritual embodiment of unconditional love and acceptance. It is time to let go of conflict or the need to be right. The more you fight for the point you want to prove, the unhappier you'll be. Pointing out the mistakes or mishaps of others just blocks the road to love in your own life. Mary, the Divine Mother of Acceptance, is with you now, encouraging you to forgive. Forgiveness is not about letting anyone get away with their bad choices, but about choosing to create your own happiness. Mother Mary also brings healing to you and your mother. If you miss her, are out of contact with her, or have an old trauma that needs healing, know that Mary's miraculous light is here now to wash away the darkness. Love it. And the lady that came out as well is Athena, wisdom. She should be a quick guidance. I love this deck. Goddess of war and wisdom, Athena asks you to think strategically before you act. Use the wisdom you've gained from your experience to determine the path to the most positive outcome to your situation. And from our boys, Achilles, confidence. Love it. I'm going to read you his whole story, okay? You are strong, worthy, and confident. Step forward in courage, knowing you can achieve exactly what you desire. Oh, what a magnificent warrior. Is there anything left to say about the wonder that is Achilles? Well, not strictly a god, a demigod born of nymph Thetis, more accurately. Achilles' confidence, exploits, strength, and battle skills certainly are fit for a deity. So much did his mother Thetis love Achilles that she could not bear to ever think her son would die as mortals do. So to protect him, she plunged him wholly into the protective waters of immortality of the river Styx. Unfortunately, the one place the waters did not touch was where she held his ankle when she dipped him in. This small handhold became Achilles' vulnerability, although he did not know this. Both beautiful in form and highly masculine in nature, Achilles became one of the most famous heroes of the Troy legend and of Homer's epic adventure, the Iliad, which we have done some bibliomancy with, right? Okay. Achilles' defeat of the Trojan prince Hector and his eventual death by a lucky shot from the kidnapper of Helen and brother of Hector, Paris, is perhaps Achilles' most enduring legacy. Achilles was known as a fierce and undefeatable opponent in battle, and therefore he was heralded and courted in battle by the Greeks. Agamemnon of the Achaeans fought for Helen, but made the unfortunate mistake of dishonoring Achilles over a woman, Briseis. Achilles refused to fight, giving hope to the Trojans and confidence to their hero Hector. He also asked his mother Thetis to intercede with Zeus to put even more pressure on Agamemnon. Zeus assisted, and soon the Trojans had the upper hand. King Agamemnon was forced to appease Achilles, but unfortunately not before Achilles' beloved cousin Patroclus was killed by Hector in battle. Achilles exploded in rage, calling for the death of all Trojans, but seeking out Hector in particular. The Trojan prince bravely stood his ground to fight the great Achilles. and knowing he was going to die, asked that Achilles allow him full funerary rites. In response, with one mighty strike, Achilles killed Hector and dragged around his body behind his chariot for days in revenge for the death of his kin. It is said in some accounts that Achilles was finally felled within the walls of Troy. He died wounded in the very spot his mother failed to bless in the Styx. Today, the most vulnerable part of the body, or someone's character, is still called their Achilles heel. There are many stories and myths about Achilles that survive today, and temples dedicated to him that were recorded in Greek history. Some even remain today, as such the impressive temple on the island of Corfu. Achilles may stride into your life when you most need a confidence boost. Know that you're worthy, capable, and have the strength to do what it is that you need to do. Growing your self-esteem from the inside out rather than relying on others for your measure of worthiness may be a message that you could heed. On the shadow side, while outstanding heroism and confidence is a great strength, overconfidence can be quite a weakness. Overconfidence can breed an attitude of arrogance and a disregard for others' feelings or needs. We must learn to balance self-assurance with empathy. The Greek origin of part of the word Achilles can be translated to mean grief of the clan. In some ways, Achilles' humanization through his seemingly small vulnerability and through the trials of a long battle that bring him both honor and personal and tribal tragedy. We think of all others killed in battle, both ancient and modern, and nothing has changed. All right. From Goddess Nyx, you have number 26, honesty. Okay. This is a card of clarity and true communication. Now is the time to be absolutely honest with yourself about what you want, what you're thinking about, what your motives are, and real feelings are. Honesty is the way to truly step into your power. When you choose honesty above all else as your goddess, she will send you courage to do what's right. This is also a time to demand honesty and integrity from others. You have a right to get clear messages. There is the greatest freedom and power in telling the truth. And of course, if they're unwilling, that's not your problem, right? From Isis, I'm just going to show you the backside. Divine Guardian. This is a time of significant spiritual growth and healing for you. You are protected during these times by the love and strength of Divine Mother Isis. Relax and allow your transformation to happen. Your Divine Guardian protects you now. Let go. Trust unconditionally in what is happening for you, as there is only divine love beneath the surface of the present situation. Definitely Mother Mary vibes there too. Okay? There you go, Gemini. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm already pre-pulling some of these cards for you, just to give you the head start and not make this video so long. Probably should have done this based on, I don't know, maybe less cards or just done by element. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so the first card we have out from the Crystal Mandala for you, let me just grab the book here if I can find it. It's a mess over here now. Is number 16, Angel Bathiel and Rose Quartz. Heart Healing, Crystal Angels 444. All right. We bring you the gift of heart healing. Over many lifetimes, your beautiful heart has loved and lost and loved again. You have learned how to feel joy, pain, suffering, and bliss. Your wise heart knows that life is filled with darkness and light, and it chooses to love the divine and participate in life anyway. You might worry that your heart has been stretched beyond its limit, become closed or broken. Yet your heart is filled with divine grace, power, and of course, love. It can and will heal itself to love again, bigger, bolder, and braver than ever before. Do not doubt the healing power of your heart. There is power in your heart to heal through struggle into joy, and your heart has the gift of helping to heal others with love. Your open, kind heart helps soothe others, bringing comfort and reassurance to the world. Trust your heart and let it heal and guide you into the most beautiful and loving divine destiny waiting for you. From the Keepers of the Light, Hilarion came through. Divine healing, okay. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others, so a continuation, all right? Hilarion is a spiritual master who lived in the Middle East during the 4th century. At the age of 15, he felt the call to go to the retreat of St. Anthony in the Egyptian desert. This was busy with people needing healing, so after a while he went back home with some monks. During that time, his parents passed away, and it is said that Hilarion was so devoted to service he gave all of their estate to his brothers and the poor. For the rest of his life, he lived as a hermit in a cave and was said to perform miracles with his prayers and touch. To this day, he is dedicated to healing, but he also helps spiritual people who feel overly sensitive to overcome their challenges and integrate with the normal world. The world can seem overwhelming to you, and it's okay to retreat to a safe space every now and then to cleanse and recharge your energy. You may feel called to serve others or share your healing with them, but please ensure you are filled up with light, love, and energy first, so that you are not sacrificing your own development for others. You are surrounded by the healing light of Hilarion and the healing angels at this time so that you can recharge and feel whole. And the lady that came out for you today is Ishel, reinvention. All right, Ishel, Mayan, moon goddess of creativity. Ishel is overseeing your reinvention right now, even if you don't see it. If you're feeling called to make a transition, then you have Ishel's blessing. It is a fortuitous time to make a change. Wonderful. And from our boys, you have Baimi, beauty. Love it. Look at the beauty around you. Reconnect with the healing power of nature. So that may be what you need to do with Hilarion there as well, okay? In the country area of Singleton in Australia live the first people of the region, the Aborigines of the Wanara tribal area. The great spirit of these areas is known as Baimi. This area is bountiful and filled with prosperity. Baimi had decided to come down from the sky and create it all in this place, from the stunning rivers to the trees and medicine plants. Every unique animal and bird he created, beautiful and perfect. He carefully crafted many laws, too, for the people to live by, in order for them to sustain a beautiful and peaceful life. These guidelines he placed in the lower stones for the elders to keep, and when he completed his work, he returned to the sky from whence he came. Man saw what Baimi had made, and it was full of splendor, and they were grateful. Baimi is normally depicted with huge eyes and no mouth. He always faces the front. Beauty sometimes does not need to be spoken about, just witnessed with the eyes of our head and our heart. Baimi bypasses the normal ways of communication and speaks straight from his heart to ours. You can visit the famous and very moving Wiradjuri rock painting near Singleton today. Although it has been carbon dated at over 3,000 years old, it is a powerful reminder of the continuing presence of Baimi and his protective qualities even today. Here he is pictured with long arms embracing the landscape and his people. On the shadow side, while beauty isn't always considered a masculine trait, Baimi asks us to more deeply appreciate and live within the beauty around us, especially in the natural world. Even though there is irrefutable evidence. Hold on a second. Even though there is irrefutable evidence of climate change, and we can clearly see how we have damaged the cycles of nature around us, many of us still do not wish to make changes. We need to really reconnect again with whatever our land is, whether it is a one-bedroom apartment in an urban area or a huge rural property. Baimi asks us to obey the laws of good custodianship and not to disconnect from our duty of care to our land. So heavy on the land here. Land can be healing, but you also just be mindful of where you go, right? Nyx has come out from the Wisdom of the House of the Night Oracle with movement number 29, and that's just getting moving forward. Pretty simple. So maybe you got to travel somewhere, right? I'm getting a sense of that as well. All right. This is a time of change and movement and a symbol for wonderful surprises. Maybe you experience a little wanderlust and you'll discover some really awesome surprises along the way, okay? If you have been waiting for something, you will soon have clarity. You will get answers you thought would never come, and you will move closer to things that were out of reach before. Perhaps this card predicts a trip that you've always wanted to take. The symbol for movement can indicate both a change of scene and a real shift in the direction of your life. No matter what this symbol holds for your thought at this time for you, know that wonderful change is now possible. This is a time to make your move. Wonderful. And from Isis, the flower of life. You are entering a fertile period of your life. You are guided to think of yourself as a creative being and to surrender your control over how things will manifest, and instead allow them to do so. Don't resist change. Instead, go with the flow and let it happen. Now is the time for your blossoming. Love it, love it, love it, love it. There you go, Cancer. Have a good one. Bye. All right, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. I've pre-pulled all but the one at the very end, okay? So from the Crystal Mandala, we have card number 16, Angel Bathfield, and Rose Quartz. Heart Healing. Crystal Angels, 444. We bring you the gift of heart healing. Over many lifetimes, your beautiful heart has loved and lost again. And loved again. You have learned how to feel joy, pain, suffering, and bliss. Your wise heart knows that life is filled with darkness and light, and it chooses to love the divine, and participate in life anyway. You might worry that your heart has been stretched beyond its limit, become closed or broken, yet your heart is filled with divine grace, power, and of course love. It can and will heal itself to love again, bigger, bolder, and braver than ever before. Do not doubt the healing power of your heart. There is power in your heart to heal through struggle into joy, and your heart has the gift of helping to heal others with love. Your open, kind heart helps soothe others, bringing comfort and reassurance to the world. Trust your heart and let it heal and guide you into the most beautiful and loving divine destiny waiting for you. From the Keepers of the Light, you had Archangel Michael show up, trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels staying close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Archangel Michael is one of the 4 major archangels in the Abrahamic religions. His twin flame is faith. He is loved all over the world because he is the patron saint of protection. He wields a bright sword of light to help us detach from dramas, challenges, or fears. His name means he who is like God, and his fiery presence helps awaken our leadership skills and reminds us that we have the capacity to connect with heaven. If challenges are present in your life, call on Michael to bring his sword of light to energetically disconnect you from what's no longer serving you. Your angel team is with you now. You are not in this alone. You may be feeling sensitive or overwhelmed, but your angels are inviting you to take a step back so that they can come in and share their light of miracles. You may feel that your prayers aren't being heard, but that doubt blocks solutions from entering your life. Know that Archangel Michael and his legion of angels are here to help clear anything that's not serving you so that you can allow in the miracles of change that you do deserve, okay? From the Legendary Ladies deck, we have Aina, Inner Strength. Goddess of Love, Aina, is guiding you to look within for strength. Whether you're embracing a new path, taking a risk, or healing from past pain, everything you're seeking is inside you. Okay. And from our boys, we have Akat, dedication. It is time to complete a current project and dedicate yourself to your next venture. It is safe to commit. The ancient Mayans were a tattooed people. Not just a purely decorative art to them, tattoos proved clan identity and were seen as rites of passage and a direct injection of divine power. It was believed that when you tattooed a god or his symbology upon your skin, Some of the energy and power of that god remained with you always. Since tattooing held such significance, and the accuracy in the depiction mattered so much, the tattooist was a revered person in the tribe, and a deity ruled this practitioner's hand. The god that governed the art of tattooing was Akat. Akat, himself covered in the ink of the gods, is a witness to the contracts you sign with yourself. Know that symbols and words of promise have power, and that Akat is the protector of these. When Akat is present with you, and when he comes up, it may be a sign that it's time to dedicate yourself to a new project or path, or consider completing a rite of passage, where you need the strength or courage to adhere to what you have promised. Akat is there to assist you to hold that line. If you plan to get a tattoo, you can say a short prayer to Akat prior to your session to help the tattooist do his or her best work on you. On the shadow side, some people have a habit of starting things and never completing them. If this becomes a repeating pattern in your life, it can be a real issue. Perhaps it relates to education, enrolling in one course after another but not completing any of them, or not being able to fully commit emotionally to anyone or anything, or not being able to fulfill a contract. Calling upon Akat to help you stay on the path that you have chosen can be useful. And Goddess Nyx, her advice. Number 11, a manifestation number. Complicated. My sweet one, wouldn't it be nice if life were always simple and things were obvious and transparent? Drawing this symbol reminds you that sometimes there are so many elements to consider that it can be next to impossible to understand them all in the moment, especially when you most want to find an answer. Right now, things are complex, and only time will help you put all the pieces of the puzzle together. Just remember, simple can also be boring, and complications can make for deeper, more mature experiences. Don't try to figure this one out. Just be open and follow the threads of life's mysterious web. Love it. All right. Again, with that trusting the divine, right? And removing just like worry and doubt and sticking with projects and things. Okay, so for whatever you're dealing with, right? You got that strength to keep going. All right, let's pull one from Isis. Please and thank you, darling. Back side of the card for you. Lady of the Stars. Sirius is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom, and an extremely high vibration. She brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. She asks you to pay attention now because something significant is taking place at a spiritual level for you at this time. Ooh, love it. All right, there you go. Have a good one. All right, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. I've already pre-pulled for all the ones I need to read from the book, and then we'll go ahead and pull from the Isis Oracle at the end, okay? From the Crystal Mandala Oracle, you have number 9, Archon, Barbello, and Picture Jasper. Support. We bring you the gift of support. Our support is available to you on all levels. We offer spiritual support of inspired ideas, unconditional love, and divine energy. We offer psychological support as we assist you in upgrading your belief systems to ones that enhance your ability to fulfill your divine destiny. We offer emotional support through spiritual friendship, unconditional acceptance, and unlimited compassion. We offer physical support by providing for your material needs for nourishment, shelter, security, and safety. We are able to support you with peace and with prosperity in subtle and very practical ways. Notice how much easier it is to live your life with courage when you know that no matter what, you shall be provided for, and what you need is only ever a prayer away. From the Keepers of the Light, you have the Divine Director, Intervention and Purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. The divine director is a facet of the heart of the Creator. According to New Thought teaching, his energy is merged directly with God's divine plan so that we can access it and understand on a deeper level what will support our true function, which is to be happy. The divine director works directly with angels, and in particular guardian angels, so that they can fulfill their role of supporting the earth and all of her people. Right now, your angels are reminding you that your divine purpose on earth is to remember to love and do what makes you happy. Divine intervention is taking place at this time. What is occurring in your life is providing a real learning curve for your soul. You are becoming aware of a sense of purpose in your life. It gives you a sense of joy. It's something that brings you pleasure rather than something you have to work for. Know that your career can complement your purpose, but not define it. But the path you are on at this time is right, and the universe is encouraging you to move forward. From the ladies, you have Nua, creation, which is Chinese. Goddess of creation, Nua, is signaling to use the raw material of your life to create something meaningful, perhaps to find your very purpose, all right? So there's something tangible that will clue you in as to your purpose, right? Whatever makes you happy, right? And again, with the support, you got Jizzo. Love it. An invitation to not only offer care and support to others, but to your own self. So it may involve others, okay? A call to balance, caring, and caretaking. Walk the streets near many temples in Japan, and you will soon come across a statue of Jizzo. Jizzo is a Japanese Buddhist god, more accurately, a bodhisattva, which is a being who helps relieve suffering and who chooses not to ascend to heaven until all beings have attained enlightenment. What a good guy, huh? That's ambitious. We can do it. We absolutely can. A gentle and kindly figure, he serves as a protector and guide to souls through the 6 realms of existence, and also handily watches over travelers in this realm. He guides them through the 6 realms by both leading them with kindness and by holding out the glowing Dharma jewel as a torch to light the way. Jizzo is also the embodiment of support to those who suffer. As one passes a statue of Jizzo, one sometimes notices a child's toy or bib. This is because this loving and compassionate God helps guide the souls of children lost to miscarriage or death. His vow to never abandon those who suffer is a deep solace to grieving parents, and his protective nature surrounds women who are pregnant. One aspect of his name even means womb. A gentle soul, Jizzo reminds us to have compassion for all, especially ourselves. Should he walk into your life, gently shaking his staff, it is a reminder to support yourself in the best way possible. This may mean with more consistent self-care, like sleep and a better diet, or to simply love ourselves more in all our uniqueness. He asks that we also offer care and support to others, especially those who are really suffering, in particular sickness and loss. On the shadow side, while it is infinitely precious thing to have unconditional support, it is also important to take responsibility for our own suffering. Many of us allow people to take care of us constantly, or we are constant caretakers ourselves. We need to find the middle path to enlightenment in this area, or we may develop unrealistic dependencies or resentments. So a matter of give and take, right? From Goddess Nyx, you have number 2, the warrior. My beloved child, when the warrior appears to you, it is such a fortunate sign that no matter what is happening to you in your life, you are truly protected. Whatever you're experiencing right now, all will be well. If this is regarding love, this card represents someone who is deeply committed, protective, and kind to you. Friendship and love are sacred, and these qualities are important for a relationship to grow. If this person doesn't have these qualities, then move on, for I will send you someone with a true warrior spirit instead. So carefully examine those around you. You may be in a position to really determine whether or not, giving too much to somebody is good for you or not, and what makes you happy, right? So this may be a clue as to maybe clearing out the clutter, things that are just sucking on your energy so that you can be happy, right? Remember, life is about learning and discerning who is true and who is not. There is another message here to consider. Do you embody these qualities in yourself? Now is a good time to think about how committed you are to your path, okay? And final guidance from Isis at this time, Spirit, please and thank you. For Virgo. All right, backside. This may involve a family or soul tribe, soul family, since you do have Isis, Osiris, and Horus on that card. And it's more on the Horus side, right? Divine Sun Child. Blessings of the sun flow to you now. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright and without veil, just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. It is your time to shine bright. All right? There you go, Virgo. Have a good one. Bye. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, pre-pulled and got us ready. We'll go ahead and pull it from Isis at the end. Make some space here. From the Crystal Mandala, you have card number 11, Archangel Gabriel and turquoise, safe to be seen. Crystal Angels 444. We bring you the gift of safety and being seen. Over lifetimes you have loved the earth, returning again and again to serve humanity, liberate the human soul from fear, and spread a message of love. You have spoken truths, shared messages, and inspired many. Yet in your visibility, sometimes you have felt misunderstood and vulnerable. You have been admired and loved, but at times also feared and attacked for the empowering message you brought to the world. In you, there is a memory of this, and although you wish to share your light with the world again, there are times when the thought of being seen doesn't feel safe. We are here to let you know that you are protected in divine grace. It is safe to open up to your inner knowledge and to share your message with the world. The light in you is stronger than fear. It is time to shine fearless and bright. And from the Keepers of the Light, Melchizedek came out for you. Higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. Melchizedek is a high priest who is mentioned in the Bible's book of Genesis, and many other sources too. He is here to assist the earth through the ascension process, which is basically moving everyone and everything back to a state of love and harmony. He appears with bright light around him and a long white beard to match his ancient high priest ways, and is said to have his own order of light-filled priests who are able to help spiritual people develop their gifts and qualities. As he works on a high energetic level, we can connect with him through sacred geometry and by focusing on ancient star-shaped symbols. I immediately imagined the Merkaba just then. That might be significant to you at this time. You have learned so much to this point and are learning more every day. You are recognizing all the great lessons your experiences and challenges have brought to you and are preparing for a transition or inner ascension where you will be moved beyond another level of fear and into the inner sanctum of your heart and soul. Become aware of patterns, ancient symbols, and signs being sent to you from the universe. There is a sense that you are now able to focus in a new way and offer greater light to the world. Melchizedek and his order are with you now, leading you towards spiritual wisdom. Meditate and connect with their light. The lady that came out for you as well, you can definitely connect in that way through self-care, is Crediled. She's very quick. It's time to take care of yourself. Goddess of flowers and spring, Crediled is guiding you to fill your own well and tend to your own garden, because the time to bloom is coming very soon. Ooh, there's some timing. Little hint, hint, nudge, nudge. All right. And our boys came out. Jizzo, support. All right. Can you see that okay with the ring light? All right. An invitation to not only offer care and support to others, but to your own self. So this may be an extension of what Credila was talking about, right? A call to balance, caring, and caretaking. Walk the streets near many temples in Japan, and you will soon come across a statue of Jizo. Jizo is a Japanese Buddhist god, more accurately a bodhisattva, which is a being who helps relieve suffering and who chooses not to ascend to heaven until all beings have attained enlightenment. Very ambitious, right? Okay. A gentle and kindly figure, he serves as a protector and guide to the souls through the six realms of existence, and also handily watches over travelers in this realm. He guides them through the six realms by both leading them with kindness and by holding out the glowing Dharma jewel as a torch to light the way. Side note, Virgo just got this, so wherever in your placement might give you a hint as to what's next, okay? Wherever in your chart. Jizo is also the embodiment of support to those who suffer. As one passes a statue of Jizo, one sometimes knows as a child's toy or bib. This is because this loving and compassionate God helps guide the souls of children lost to miscarriage or death. His vow to never abandon those who suffer is a great, deep solace to grieving parents, and his protective nature surrounds women who are pregnant. One aspect of his name even means womb. A gentle soul, Jizo reminds us to have compassion for all, especially ourselves. Should he walk into your life, gently shaking his staff, it is a reminder to support you and yourself in the best way possible. This may mean with more consistent self-care like sleep and a better diet, or simply to love ourselves more in all our uniqueness. He also asks us that we offer care and support to others, especially those who are really suffering, in particular sicknesses and loss. And as it was talking about surrounding women who are pregnant, I immediately had this vision of what I've seen in so many photographs, just paranormal photographs of just sort of like a thin veil of arms hugging a woman's pregnant belly. I've always sort of thought of that as maybe a spirit guide, and that's possibly what Jizo is for so many people. So that may mean something to somebody, right? Like maybe you're around someone who's pregnant. Maybe there's a pregnant individual or someone that's in that condition that might need a little extra support around you, okay? So that might mean something. On the shadow side, while it is infinitely precious thing to have unconditional support, it is also important to take responsibility for our own suffering. Many of us allow people to take care of us constantly, or we are constant caretakers ourselves. Again, with balancing, right? Okay. We need to find the middle path to enlightenment in this area, where we may develop unrealistic dependencies or resentments. That's a good reminder. From the goddess Nyx, you have number 43, understanding. This is a symbol for deep and true comprehension. It is one thing to read something or to hear something, but it is another thing to truly understand something. You are being asked to keep an open mind and heart and to allow yourself to absorb information as you receive it. Be open to the wisdom that can only come with time, patience, and perspective. Try to get outside of yourself and imagine what it is like to walk in someone else's shoes. To understand is to have power, okay? All right, let's see what Isis has to say this time for you. Let's get a good shuffle on this. Isis, darling, what do you have for Libra? Thank you, honey. All right, on the back side, a little lapis lazuli might be significant for you at this time, but blue in general, okay? Again, with those symbols, right? Temple of lapis lazuli. Your soul is very ancient and holds the wisdom of star peoples from civilizations with unique high vibrational awareness that can help humanity transition from a culture based in fear to a love-based community. You're here on this planet to be you to the fullest extent possible. Then you will help heal human culture so that this planet may thrive. whether it be living or dead. That's what I just heard that. That's probably why the image of paranormal arms around a pregnant belly came to play. So don't limit it to just the living, I guess, supposedly. All right, there you go. Have a good one. Bye.